It continues on your 24-hour News Channel 5 with Jerry Springer, Norma Rashid, John Gerard's weather, and Greg Hord's 4th of July sports. Live from Riverbend, this is News Channel 5.
Good evening. Our 4th of July Star Spangled Spectacular continues with music in the background right here at Riverbend. We are
live from Riverbend. This is News Channel 5's Star Spangled Spectacular with Jerry Springer and Norma Rashid, the Cincinnati Pops Orchestra, conducted by Keith Lockhart, and special guest, the troops and families of Desert Storm.
Hello and happy 4th of July from Riverbend. I'm Jerry Springer.
And I'm Norma Rashid, and welcome to our Star Spangled Spectacular.
Now, as you know, the ball game is in a rain delay right now, so we are going to bring you here to Riverbend and show you the Cincinnati Pops and the great 4th of July celebration. And during the course of the program, we'll keep you updated on the game if, in fact, it does continue.
Well, families from all over our area are here tonight to enjoy the music and the fireworks. We've also invited some special guests, the families and the people that have served in Operation Desert Storm.
Now, in just a few minutes, we'll introduce you to them. But now, Keith Lockhart and the Cincinnati Pops are ready to bring you George M. Cohen's Star Spangled Spectacular.
To help with this special tribute, it's my great pleasure to introduce from News Channel 5, Norma Rashid and Jerry Springer.
Thank you, Keith. Channel 5 is very proud to be a part of this 4th of July celebration. Back in the spring, when the war ended, President Bush said this would be the best 4th of July ever, and this is exactly what he had in mind. Friends, family, great music, and fireworks.
It's also, of course, a time to remember the wars, the heroes, the victims, and the families.
When the war started, we started a project called Family Album. Our viewers sent letters and pictures from a son or a daughter, a father, a brother, a mother, or a wife. This is one I would like to share with you. It comes from Private First Class Scott Waters from Coleraine Township. It was written the day before the war broke out. It reads, "Dear family, as light slowly overpowers the darkness, we have been in war for a little over 4 hours. Morale is high, blood is pumping, and everyone is at a high state of alertness. Me, I'm hanging in there, keeping a clear mind and being strong. I need you to be strong with me. All the support you have given me has been enough for me to keep my head high and make me proud of what I am doing." He goes on to say, "I've done my best to prepare myself, and I'll make it as far as I was meant to make it. There are a lot of people that don't understand why we are here, but they're doing the best they can." He closes with, "I love you, and fly Old Glory high every time you see her. Remember me. Love always, Scott." And the postscript says, "Today marks the day that will be remembered for the rest of our lives."
One of the reasons we're here tonight is to say thank you to Scott and to all the young men and women like him who have fought for our country over the years. With the help of Keith Lockhart and the Pops, we'd like to recognize the veterans of all our wars with the Armed Forces Medley. Now, if you've served in the military, please stand when your theme song is played. Veterans, we dedicate this number to you.
As Keith Lockhart comes out to take one more bow for the absolutely wonderful performance tonight at Riverbend, the Cincinnati Pops, and a bevy of patriotic music. It was absolutely wonderful.
Well, this is a piece of Americana that we all got to see, I guess, in our own living rooms. The thousands who were out here to enjoy it tonight saw one great concert. There's still more to come, of course, because after we take a break in a few moments, we're going to come back and see the actual fireworks. We certainly saw some, or heard some cannons. And
like that one?
Like that one. So we're going to hear a lot more of that. And it was a very poignant moment in the middle, of course, when we honored the men and women who fought so bravely, and particularly, of course, those who died in the Persian Gulf War.
It was a special evening for all the troops. Families came out, sat on blankets and had picnics. It was the kind of 4th of July that, you know, Norman Rockwell would have had a painting about. It was just absolutely wonderful. Fireworks are going to top off the evening in just a few minutes. You saw a little bit of fireworks. They had some lit up flags along the side when they played the encore. We're going to be back with more from Riverbend and a star-spangled spectacular right after this.
We'll be right back.
We've been saying it throughout the evening. Tonight was a night, all day long as a matter of fact, to honor the troops that served in Desert Shield and Desert Storm, and to especially thank their families and them for putting all out for our country. They spent a lot of their time and a lot of their effort, and some of them even cost their lives, all for our country and for us.
Every year, we always say around July 4th, well, we take our freedoms for granted. Well, this was one year that we didn't get to take it for granted, that in fact a whole lot of people had to pay a price. And the fact that they picked up and left their homes and left their jobs, left their families, went halfway around the world. The fact that they would make that sacrifice for our country and for principles that we stand for is something that we all kind of remember on this 4th of July.
And it's especially nice that we can celebrate this 4th of July with them, with the people that made it back from Operation Desert Storm. When the war started, there was a lot of concern. How long would it last? What would happen? Everyone was worried for the loved ones that were over there. Babies were born with their fathers in the Gulf, mothers in the Gulf, or children.
You know, for most of us who have, most of us have never seen the kind of patriotism that was exhibited this year. We didn't see that patriotism, to be honest about it, during the Vietnam War, and basically the last war we had won before that was World War II. So for those who have been born after World War II, we never saw the country pulling together with such kind of patriotism as in the Persian Gulf War. And I got to tell you, a lot of that is still continuing, and you felt that spirit out here today. The fact that the war's over, but people are still pulling together, binding together, love of country being expressed.
We felt that a lot on the rally on Fountain Square, if you remember. It was an absolutely wonderful turnout, 7,000 to 8,000 people on Fountain Square when our troops did come home, or at least the war was over in the Gulf. And there was a special feeling there and electricity in the air that day, and I felt that again today. A lot of people very much proud to be an American. I hate to use it because it's a song, but it really is true. A lot of people have a new pride in America, and a pride that I think is well-deserved. The country has given so much to us. It's time that we give something back.
Well, as you said before, Norman Rockwell would paint this picture. The movie Carousel with Lockhart was talking about before, about being the ultimate American musical. That spirit was conveyed today, and we're glad you had an opportunity to share it. I'll tell you now, we are now going to be, what, introducing the fireworks? Is that right? Is that the signal I'm getting? Yes, okay.
Fireworks, the Rosby fireworks, and a celebration of the 4th of July.
So keep your eyes right on the screen, and the folks here are going to be looking up in the sky as we light up the skies on this 4th of July, honoring America and the people who make it up.
An absolutely wonderful evening. It was an evening full of patriotism and an evening full of fireworks and wonderful music, family and friends.
The evening started out with everyone looking at the sky, wondering whether or not the skies was going to explode with rain and thunderstorms. In fact, we got none of that. The only explosion in the sky were the beautiful fireworks at the end.
It was absolutely gorgeous, and it was a beautiful day. I guess we have to thank John Gerard for that.
Yes.
Nah, we won't do that. We'll wait till later to thank him for that.
That's right. We'll have a chance to do that because as the crowd is starting to file out now, we had several. It was packed, frankly. As we looked over the lawn area, you couldn't find an empty space. And as the crowd starts to file out now, getting to their cars and driving home, we're going to leave you with a pleasant memory about what this 4th of July was all about. We're going to be back after a commercial break with the late news.
And we'll recap the entire day's events, all the parades and all the hoopla of a very special 4th of July. Thanks for being with us to this Star-Spangled Spectacular.
We'll see you in a moment. Good night.